Good morning. I'm Victoria Savage, Nurse Savage on your side, your wisdom guided oracle. And we're having coffee this morning in my beautiful dolphin mug. Very much a blue theme happening today, although I only feel a little blue. My lovely guests from Ireland take off today, and it was like just new family. And so there's a little bittersweetness already from the parting, which really hasn't happened yet. But had a wonderful visit. We were able to facilitate an incredibly powerful retreat and more to come. We've got one coming up in Ireland in 2026 and another one I've got coming up in September, a shorter one. People asked, 7 days is too long. So I have created one for September of this year that will be 4 days long. And we just will include some of the most important elements for exactly who is meant to come to that. And so I'm looking forward to that. Another incredibly powerful woman is going to help me with that retreat. So I'm really excited about that. How are you? What does this look like for you? What does it mean to awaken, and why is it important that you do? Well, the Dreams of Gaia and the Sacred Forest cards were the ones that wanted to come through. And the overarching message from the Dreams of Gaia is the 10 of Earth. And it's such a powerful and beautiful card. Takes a second for my camera to focus. She's taking off the mask, and it's really time. Understand your place and purpose. If the 10 of Earth appears in your reading, it signifies a time of reward. It also asks, have you embraced the highest of ideals? And this was perfect. The theme was given earlier this morning, and then the cards come in and support that theme. Have you embraced your highest potential, your greatest power? It is vitally important that in this world where we're just bombarded with information, and a good portion of it isn't lovely, high vibe, affirming information. Um, it is divisive. It is disempowering. It is fear mongering. And those powers that want to keep us in that space of powerlessness, of believing that this world is a horrible place full of terrible people, and this group is going to save you, or this group is going to save you. That time is over. Those are the powers that were. We are the powers that are. And that's why it is vitally important that we really begin to step into our power, awaken to this inner light that we have. Remember, it takes just one candle to light up a whole dark room. And so it doesn't take near the force to light up and move the darkness out as it does for the darkness to hold on. And they are screaming now. The second card that came up was the King of Air. Ooh, this is a beautiful, fierce looking card. We do need to be fierce in our awakening. Look at that. The King of Air. Let's see what that's about. That's towards the end of air. Yep, that was it. I cut the fingertip on my left hand, so now I can't use it right now. A time for ethical behavior, no room for compromise. The King of Air is a just and fair leader with a stern, commanding presence. He can be imposing and somewhat intimidating due to his formal manner, but his stern countenance is tempered by a compassion born of his spiritual belief. It is really time for us to stand unwavering in the power, in the understanding that, I'm sorry, I forgot to put on the chat so I can see who shows up. Great morning. Good morning, Susan. Good morning, Julia, and bon voyage, Maggie and Francis. Great morning, Susan. Safe travels. Yes. The kids Started calling early this morning for them. Pretty excited about their mom and dad getting home. The King of Air, that fierce, unwavering, compassionate leader. It is time for us to stand in that aspect. We don't have time to indulge in the fear mongering, in the blame, in this BS, the chaos that the world is in. It is for us to awaken to the truth of our power so our light shines brighter. It's not complicated. It isn't that we all have to do this huge path in life. Us doing us and just being the truth of who we are is that power. As our light shines brighter, it affects more and more people, and that energy just keeps going out. Guardian of the Land, the protection card. That is what we offer when we allow our light to shine, when we stand in the truth of who we are. We chose to come in during this very chaotic, fear inducing, seemingly powerless, total destruction lifetime to be the holders of the light. Remember, it's been months ago because it was right before the election. That incredible sky happened out here that had the rainbow and the vertical rainbow in the midst of this very white misty cloud with this dark storm behind it. And the message was, we can temper the strength, the sharpness, the prickliness that this shifting world coming in has. We can be the ones to make it a little easier or the ones to make it even more strenuous. We, with just our light, standing in our power, shining the light of love, compassion, acceptance, are the ones that will make the difference in how this enters in. The next card, oh my gosh, these cards are gorgeous. The 10 of Air. Look at that beautiful, powerful card with all the, the chakra. This 10 of Air, the base chakra is lit up, is bigger than the rest. That's that red one down there. And that is our everyday needs. Let's see what she has to say about the, that's air. Okay. 10 of Air. Oh, that's not air. That's fire. Sorry. The one without the cross. The 10 of Earth, 10 of Fire. Okay. 10 of Fire. Mastery of both craft and self. This is the important message. You do you. You can blame other people. You can try to help other people. The dysfunction of caring for others when you're so messed up you can't care for yourself. It's time to let that go. It is time to care for you. Take responsibility for you and your actions. It is so much easier than trying to manage those other people, than trying to save other people, than trying to keep other people or, excuse me, convince other people of your stance. My lovely, lovely daughters don't hold the same kind of understanding about this as I do. This was not how I raised them. This was not really how I was living internally with that connection to spirit always. But after I stepped out of the religious boxes I had put myself in, I didn't really know what I was doing. I knew what I believed in. I call it God. Again, they do not care what we call it. It is that higher energetic spiritual power that we all have the ability to tap into and then bring in to help make this everyday life just a little less crazy. And so I don't talk much to my daughters about this because I did not raise them with this understanding. I raised them with an understanding that there was a higher power that, that would help guide us through this life. But I don't try to convince them of anything I do now. They have their own path. I offer them what I can. Good morning, Patsy, when I can. The next card that came up was the chaos, which is why we need to do us holding that place of stability, of the understanding of that connection we have with Creator, that our light is shining and holding when the world is breaking down. It is, it is again that third stage of the birth process. Every woman that ever did that without pain medicine goes, oh, I can't do this. This is too much. That's where the world is now. We are entering into that third stage of birthing a new earth, a new way of living on this planet. How is this going to happen? I am grateful. The how isn't my business, nor is it anything I should be trying to engage in. And should's a word I don't use very often, but it's like that warning, don't go there. I don't have that incredibly high understanding of what's taking place. I do know that the battle is raging. I am one aspect and you are the other aspect of how this gets to unfold. Easier, more chaos, more prickly, less prickly, and us holding the truth of the power that we are in ourselves. Us doing us is the most powerful way we can walk through this world. The Queen of Fire. Oh, this is a gorgeous card. The Queen of Fire. The beautiful little kitten and the butterflies. I mean, it is a gentle card. It is that transformation card. Is there a phoenix somewhere in there? There is probably. There are the snakes on her. The snakes are a transformation. The butterflies, and certainly fire is transforming. That's what you want to allow in your life. And sometimes that transformation process is incredibly challenging. For some of you right now, there are some very challenging things. Good morning, Hasham. Challenging things taking place in life for you. Hold that space of what is challenging is transforming. Whatever this looks like, I am open, willing, and ready to be guided through this to that next unfolding in my life, that higher plane that I am constantly being moved into because I'm open, willing, and ready to be guided. Again, transformation can be fiery, can be less than easy in our lives. But when we hold that stance, what did I bring this to me for? How can I move forward with this? And how can I be more than I was yesterday in this crazy, chaotic world? That is always the easiest way to walk through. The last card that came up is Mystic Meadow and this sanctuary. It is important for you to find sanctuary, create sanctuary, move into your sanctuary often, because this unfolding, this awakening is you becoming aware of your power. And often we need to let go of the around us energies in order to hear, see, feel the truth of what's coming through to us. It is vital that you move easily, and you can choose that. I choose ease in this unfolding, transforming journey. It can come in more easily, or you can jump in full force and go, and I'm ready to take it on, whatever that looks like. It is within your purview to command, I need this to be easier. If things are getting just a little too rough, how can I create more ease here? I'm open, willing, and ready to be guided through that. I want to be the light I came to be, because you are here not by accident. You are here on purpose right now in the chaos that is unfolding, to be that steady ground, that holder of peace, compassion, love, moving out of fear. There's a woman I know that is, has a business online. And since the election, all she has posted has been the fear of everything that's coming in, and just holding this, it's the fear of what she's being told can come in. None of that has unfolded yet in her life. Zero. And she's now in the place, rightly so, of complaining that the business isn't doing well. The business is failing. Things aren't working the way it's like that, because what you're holding in is contraction, not expansion. When we dwell in that place of fear and powerlessness and all of that, regardless of what's going on in the world, we are creating more of that in our own world. We are the ones that create what stands before us in our life. If you don't understand how it's been created, I'm open, I'm willing, I'm ready. Guide me to the insights and understanding of what has brought me to this place. So I then can choose to release that and become less of what I don't want, or less of so I don't create as much of what I don't want, but I begin to create more of what I do want. We are the ones who do that, not this outside force that's punishing us or moving us around on the chessboard. That is not the contract we came in with. As humans, we came in to learn, to grow, and to take back to that higher power, and another aspect that only we can bring. So, what is it you came to do in this world? How do you want to move forward? What tools do you have? If you're unsure about who you are, what you're doing, and how you walk in this world, reach out, send me an email. We will schedule a 10-minute awareness call. What is your truth? Maybe I can help you move forward. Maybe there's another way for you to move forward, but we can see together. My desire is to positively impact as many people in this world as I can, and to be a bright, shining light. Maybe I can help you unfold. Maybe it is someone else, but together we can figure that out. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Victoria Savage, Nurse Savage, on your side, your wisdom guided oracle. Until we meet again.